Okay, are you ready then? Tell me when you're ready. First question, are you asking? Playing in France? That's not a question. In English, that's not a question.
Yeah.
Unless I say, playing in France?
Playing in France?
Yes, we are. Yeah, we've always loved playing in France. It's always been, if not the best place for us to play, it's always been one of the two best places. Sometimes it's Spain, sometimes it's Italy. But usually over the last 30 years, France is our best European country.
Yeah?
Even better than England, actually.
Why?
There are lots of reasons, I think, but right from a very early age, right from probably our second album, we played in France, and French people just liked us. They kind of got it, you know, and it's always been there, that connection. We've played in France a lot over the years, and we've recorded at least, a single, Love Cats we recorded in Paris, and we recorded Kiss Me, Kiss Me, Kiss Me album in Miraval in Provence, and I lived in France for about 8 months in the 80s, so I learned French at school. I read Camus and Sartre in French. Those days are long gone, I'm afraid. J'ai oublié tout, whatever they say. I think there's a certain sensibility about what we do that perhaps appeals to the French people. There's a certain something. We're not that English, perhaps, I don't know. Here is one. Where does your music come from? Where does my music come from? There are two ways the music starts. Pretty much, I would say maybe 75% of what The Cure does is me, and the other 25% is usually Simon, the bass player, or someone else in the band. So, and sometimes really great songs come from the others, and people forget that. It's like The Cure is always a band, although it's changed from down the years. There's reasons for that aren't to do with music. They're to do with people wanting to do something else with their lives. You know, like it's strange that people outside can't understand that you grow up and change. I mean, I've changed, but I'm able to do this when I want to, whereas everyone else in The Cure has to fall in with what I want. If they're not prepared to, then sometimes they just leave. You know, they want to do something else, like have a family or paint, or you know. So, but the music is the core of what we do. So where it comes from is actually the key to our longevity. It's the key to everything we do, really. Without the music, the group would be nothing. Even, you know, when we looked nice, the music was still the most important thing. I mean, the music is the reason why we're playing tonight. It's not because of, you know, my lipstick. I don't, you know, it comes less often than it used to. My inspiration is more sporadic.
Yeah.
But I don't worry about it. It's like that's, I think, again, perhaps a natural consequence of growing old, although there are great composers who wrote their best works when they were growing old. So I don't know. I don't worry about it. I always tell myself I'm about to write my best work. Is the cure a religion? Absolutely not. If the cure is a religion, I wouldn't do it. I hate religion.
Yeah.
I hate all religion. I think religion is at the heart of so much discontent and idiocy in the world. I think all faith is terror.
But that's the name of one of your albums.
Yeah, because I was like 20 years old and I was coming to terms that I was brought up in a religious family, in a Catholic family, and I knew when I was 8 years old that it was shit. And it took me a long time to escape the mindset of hell, angels and devils and stuff. The Cure isn't a religion. I think that we have very devoted fans. I think that's slightly different. Maybe we're like a cult more than a religion, with a mad leader. So, right. 2012, Citizens Not Subjects. That's what's on my guitar.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It's kind of about the dumbing down of my country, my culture, with how you're supposed to think it's really great that William marries Kate and that the Queen's been on the throne. You know, I was part of a punk revolution that celebrated God Save the Queen and thought that the whole thing was going to come tumbling down anytime soon. In 1977, the Silver Jubilee, we did a show. That was one of our very first concerts. I fucking hate royalty. I hate the idea of any kind of like hereditary privilege. It's wrong. It's not just it's not just anti-democracy. It's just like inherently wrong. What upsets me is that some people who I've actually admired down the years get offered a reward by the royal family, by hereditary monarchy, and they take it. They become lord or sir, or like, and you think like, I honestly, like if I ever accepted it, I'm never going to get one, but I would honestly cut off my own hands before I would get it, because how dare they presume that they could give me an honour? I'm much better than them. They've never done anything. They're fucking idiots. I should be king. Or something. Right, last one.
Really? Last one?
Yeah. A song that helps me get through life. At this moment, Driving Saturday by David Bowie. That's the song I'd like to hear at this particular moment.
Pour me out another phone. I'll ring and see if your friends are home. Perhaps the strange ones in the dome can lend us a book we can read up alone and try to get it on like once before.
Growing up in Crawley, that's easy because it was shit. It was just like any other small town. It was full of, most people were awful and some people were really good. And the really good people were my friends and the awful. I go there every week to Crawley because my mum and dad still live in Crawley. So, and also my wife's family live in Crawley. And so I do know a lot of people in Crawley. It's really strange. And they're kind of rewriting history about what we did and like who I was. And there's all these things like I used to judge battles of the bands and things like that. I was really like, I didn't do any of that. I fucking hated Crawley. I hated it then. I shouldn't say that because it'll all go. I forget it goes on the internet. I fucking love Crawley. It's excellent. Yeah, thank you, Crawley. Being a role model, you think I am still. I think I used to be. I don't think I am now. No.
Why?
Because I think I'm too old really to be a role model. I think that I think I am. I'm not just saying that. I think I am because I'm perhaps I think the group kind of represents how you can do something differently and still survive and still play Belfort. But I don't think that it's to do with me being a role model. I'm not a good role model.
Mm-hmm. Did you have a role model?
My role models when I was in my teens were probably, or even before, were like Jimi Hendrix and David Bowie, Alex Harvey. They were like rogue characters, people who lived a life that was really like wild and colourful. And I just wanted to be someone. I didn't want to be them. I wanted to be someone who lived in a world that was of my own making. So maybe in that way, we are like the group is like a role model because we've kind of done things that are so odd sometimes. We've been successful, particularly in France. You know, when we used to do some of the Saturday night TV shows and wear dresses and stuff. You know, we were so stupid, and we genuinely didn't really care because we were so drunk. We were taking so many drugs. So it's like, so we weren't good role models. I wasn't a good role model.
The Cure, merci.
But to do what I do and be a role model, I have like lots of nephews and nieces, and I try and be a much more normal kind of role model. I try and impart a sense of justice and fairness. Talk to them about like what's important, not that you can do this, that you can go, be like Uncle Robert, fall over and everyone loves you. It's like that's why I'm not a good role model. If I thought I was a role model, I'd kill myself. If I had children, I'd be different.
Yeah.
I would feel more like a role model. I'd be a dad, I'd be like everyone in the group's more of a role model than me. How funny can you be? First memories of a piece of music. That would be hit the road, Jack. I know you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Probably.
Your mother or your
Ray
father?
Charles. They all played in my family. I've got a really much older brother and sister, who are 10 years older than me, and they all played. And my mum and dad played piano and trumpet and sang. So my earliest memories, musical memories, are probably dreadful, actually. I knew all the words to the Beatles songs when I was 4 years old. That was 1963, 1962, 1963, 1964. My older sister used to go and watch the Beatles. She was like 13, 14. She was very precocious. And my older brother used to like the Rolling Stones. So me and my younger sister used to like sing, please, please, no, love me do. So I knew all those songs.
Last question.
Oh yeah, what next? Yeah. I get up and walk out that door.
Mm-hmm.
It's what's next. I honestly don't know what's next for us. We keep talking. We're doing 20 shows this summer, but now my attention's focusing a little bit more on what we could do with this lineup, because it's really good on stage. Everyone really likes each other, which has been a long time since that happened. And
So you smile.
yeah, it's just a really nice atmosphere, and I would like to capture that by doing something, but I'm not sure what. And I've given up making plans. It's pointless. I think Cure fans know that any plans that I make are a waste of fucking time. So we'll just see. Whatever we do next, it will have to be worth me doing it. That's maybe the point that Cure fans don't understand, is that we've done so much that I have to be convinced that what we do is as good. It has to be better, because otherwise, what's the point? I don't want to just keep making new music because that's what I do. That isn't what I do. It's like I still want to grow old feeling that I'm an artist, not someone who is in a band. There's a subtle difference, My younger self is crying at me saying that, but there's a grain of truth in it. I wouldn't like to sully the earlier works by feeling that I could do better. I think that what The Cure does now, I honestly think that the last album had more good songs on it than most of the early stuff.
Yeah.
But the earlier songs have a certain something. They exist in another continuum. And it's that, we can play like in between those, Just Like Heaven and Love Cats, and they mean something culturally. Whereas The Hungry Ghost, which we played tonight on stage, which is from the last album, doesn't mean anything culturally, but to me is much, much better. It's actually really, really good fun tonight. So.
Me too.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Really.
Thank you very much.
But very
Thank you.